Hey everybody, it's Sunday morning. Robert's right here with me. He's super energetic this morning. Say hi, Robert. Hi, Robert. No, you gotta say hi to the camera.
Okay. Hi, camera. I'm a dog.
Johnny and Sloraya, thank you for showing up this morning and joining me on this brisk morning. It's like 42 degrees outside. Yeah, kind of chilly, but I'm here. I didn't feel like going to a coffee shop today. Well, I got Robert right here. I would have to leave him behind, and you don't want to be left behind, do you? Do you? Do you? You don't want to be left behind, do you? He's really come out of his shell. He is all over the place. He's having a good time, aren't you, buddy? Yeah. Now running and playing, all that good stuff. Running and playing. Yeah, running and playing. If I don't give love, he starts he's like rubbing his head against me. He's like, "Come on, man, you gotta show me some love. Go play. You gonna go play? Huh? Huh? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, buddy? What are you gonna do, Robert? Huh?" I'm telling you, it's like night and day. He's really come around. He was frolicking this morning, running around, chasing a squirrel in the backyard. Yeah, you were, weren't you? Yes, you were. You haven't had enough loving yet. He's gonna do this for like 5 minutes. He's gonna do this for like 5 minutes. Good morning, Ray. His name is Robert. I've had him for since Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 6 days. This is day 6. And there he goes. Licking himself. Well, that's what dogs do, right? And as always, I have my cup of coffee here. It's nice. It's nice. But don't worry. If you're joining us in this, you're not wearing a suit. That's okay. You don't have to wear a suit to come visit me. I had to say it. You can you can bring chainsaws and you can dress like you want to. It's totally fine by me. Just putting it out there. Another doghouse build soon. I got one of those pre-made dog houses, and I might build something else for him. Not sure. One step at a time. He comes in with me at night, and yeah, so everything's cool. Hey, Lean, how's it going? The birds are chirping. It's cloudy. Yesterday was super nice. I planted some rose bushes. I got 5 rose bushes against the fence there. And they're supposed to be spaced 3 foot apart. That's what they are. So I got red ones, pink ones, and yellow one. I am 48 years old. I'll be 49 this summer. I don't know what I'm supposed to feel like being that old. He could be all caps. I don't care. I really don't care. I even thought we'd burn a little incense this morning since the wind's not blowing. A little ambiance. You won't be able to see it. Maybe the smoke will come across the camera. Get it lit here. If you remember one of my older streams, remember this little guy, this little turtle that came out of one of the packs of incense. And that's what we're going to use today. There we go. Oh. I'm in the Atlanta, Georgia area. I can't burn any Zaza, but I can burn a little incense. Kind of set the mood. Be a relaxing day. Oh, so what's going on, guys, in your world? Anything you want to tell me today? Anything about what's happening yesterday evening that I missed? I watched a little TV. Like I said, did a few things around the yard. Nothing major. Washed the car, stuff like that. It was nice out, and I knew it was going to be colder today, so I knocked a lot of that stuff out. But I'm excited about my rose bushes. I had rose bushes before, and they were really big. Took them a couple of years. But you haven't eaten since 4 a.m.? Well, I'm sure you have reasons for that. Are you observing Ramadan that started? Was that Saturday? Started? I know that's a whole month, isn't it? You ready to leave Georgia? What's stopping you, buddy? You can go anywhere you want, Dustin. Just pack your stuff up and head on out. And with the internet, you can just sell your stuff, pack a few essentials in your car, take that money and buy the stuff again wherever you go. Nothing's holding you back, my friend. Go forth and explore, Dustin. Johnny Fab's Cadillac Grill. Never heard of that place. Is it like a steakhouse? Not when you're on bond. Well, I guess you do have some underlying issues there, Dustin, as your inability to travel to other locations and relocate. You can go to I'll tell you what, you get on the edge of Georgia and you can look over the state line. How about that? It's a little bit of everything, kind of Americana type restaurant. That's cool. Johnny Fab's Cadillac Grill. Good morning, Latoya. Thank you for joining me today. Is it like a Cracker Barrel? got all the merchandise as soon as you walk through the door. It's crazy. See, you're already 5 minutes from Alabama. You just go over there and look over the state line and pretend you're in Alabama. How about that? Find out exactly where the line is and get within inches of it. You can do that with the GPS and stuff today. There you go. You can be like, oh, I'm still in Georgia. I'm still in Georgia. Hang in there, Sloraya. You can do it. Ribeye, oysters, fajitas. Man, they do have a little bit of everything there. It's kind of like your one-stop shop for restaurants. Well, there you go. I've been wanting to get some Indian food. Haven't had Indian food in a while. And there is a place here in town. So I may go sometime this week and get some Indian food that I haven't had in a while. Robert, calm down. He's just over here laying down now. Yeah. He had the fat burger. Doesn't Wendy's have like a triple baconator burger that's what could be considered a fat burger as well? What's up, Wesley? Kiss my glass. You want to go west, huh? Cross the Mississippi, see what the plains have to offer. Show restraint, Miss Lorio. You can do this. I'm sorry about that, Johnny. I did want to share something with you guys. Let's see here. 244 years ago today, the Articles of Confederation were officially adopted by the Continental Congress and ratification by all 13 states. It's actually yesterday. It was a precursor to the United States Constitution. Pretty nifty, huh? So there you go. There's some articles in there. I think I remember somewhere in the Constitution or somewhere where it states that we as a government are supposed to fight tyranny, but not on our own soil, but for around the world type thing. It doesn't say that exactly. You know, some things are left for interpretation. But, you know, to tear down tyranny wherever it may be, and stand as a beacon of hope and liberty for all the world to follow. In a basic sense, right? Yet we want to start fights in the Oval Office and look like retards. I'm sorry. That was just embarrassing. Embarrassing. Yeah, another foreign leader in there. They were worried about him wearing a suit. But if some guy from Qatar showed up, he'd be in a robe, and you wouldn't be asking him to wear a suit. You know? It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know, you're supposed to show professionalism and and be, but be a higher standard for others to admire and aspire to, you know. But if you want to go up there and start fighting people on the spot, whatever. 60 years ago today, The Sound of Music premiered in movie theaters. Yay! Never saw it. Oh, in 1807, we said you can't bring any more slaves into the country. Zelensky got a little nippy. I didn't watch the whole thing. Obviously, I didn't watch it live. But even still, you should be the better person. You know? In a situation like that, you should be the better person. Show that you have composure and restraint, but still be able to get your point across. You really have to be able to articulate yourself in a situation like that where you could still look professional and aspire to be like that person, you know? Yeah, what's going on? Uh, let's see here. Ah, let's see. The author and cartoonist, blah, 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 blah. Dr. Seuss was born on this day in 1904. So, red fish, blue fish, one fish, two fish. So there you go on that one. Did you go sneak something to eat, Slaraya? I know you did. Lean. What's going on, Lean? So quiet on a Sunday morning. I love it. I'm in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Green eggs and ham. Yeah, green eggs and ham was probably the most popular one. And I had memorized that book as a kid because I don't know it anymore. But Fox and Socks is the hardest Dr. Seuss book. If you can go through Fox and Socks and not slip up one time, that's impressive. Now you can't go. You have to read it like normally, like you normally read a book or something. You wouldn't kind of do it super slow. But when I had Fox and Socks with my kids, I would challenge. We'd have a challenge to see how fast I can go through the book without messing up. uh, uh, on and who the World Health Organization? I don't know. I really don't follow a lot of politics. I only see the major headlines. You know, it's like there's a reason we have our hands in stuff all over the world. It's not just to be frivolous. There's a strategic reason for for getting aid, for supporting with our military, and it's what makes us the most powerful country, in my opinion. Being able to have our hands in every country doing something, and then they respected the United States because we had such power. We weren't colonizing, but we were there to give aid and military support and things like that, and fighting for freedoms, defending places that get attacked, and stepping in, to do the right thing for the world, and that's what we were looked up as upon, since before, I think it was since World War One, really. Um, and when you pull all this stuff away from all these countries, they're gonna be like, all right, I guess we're doing this on our own. They're not gonna need us anymore in a lot of senses, in a lot of areas. They're gonna turn to somebody else. Somebody else is gonna step up and give that aid and that research to that developing country, and they're gonna have access to the resources in return and all this other stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Um, it's just you gotta look at the bigger picture, and defunding a lot of things is like I was watching Bill Maher. I don't know if you guys know Bill Maher on HBO. Um, does a lot of political talk and things like that, and he made an interesting point: the fact that yeah, we should cut down bloat spending, and excessive spending, wasteful spending, but there should be a plan more than just going in there with a machine gun and just ripping the place to shreds. Um, there should be a process. You know, you just don't go in there with a fire hose or whatever analogy you need. You should be able to look at it, research it, and pull up the numbers, and then it took years and years and years, decades for a lot of these establishments to get to where they are, and you're going to tear it down in 5 weeks with no repercussions. I don't know. Yeah, I understand that. I get the Big Brother thing around the world and the 20-year-long wars, which are ridiculous, and I agree with you on that. I'm not saying the government does everything right by any means. I'm just saying you should have a plan of some sort. If you're going to go in there and clean house or drain the swamp or whatever else, they haven't touched any of the Congress people with no term limits still. Oh gosh, we're totally in the dark about a lot of things that go on in the world. If you like audiobooks, I would highly suggest getting Raven Rock, and it chronicles the history of nuclear weapons since World War II and how the United States government, handled nuclear weapons and their development and their safeguards and all these different things since World War II all the way up to Donald Trump's first term. It's very insightful. It's kind of creepy and scary at the same time. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that go on in the shadows of the government that we'll never, ever, ever know. I mean, well, an example is like the GPS that we take for granted today. That was developed in the early 80s. And the government held on to it for 20 years before releasing it to the public. I mean, there's a lot of things we get from different research the military does, and then it trickles down to the civilian population decades later, in most cases. But, there's a lot of stuff go on in the shadows. You just gotta really look at the stuff. Somebody said something about the number of houses that went up for sale in Washington, D.C. was like 30,000 houses went up for sale in one day on Zillow, which is an app you use here in the state to look up properties. Yeah, why are they asking you if you're hungry if you're if you're fasting? She's testing you, Solariah. She's testing you. There's a lot of job cuts, and there's no doubt that there's wasteful spending. You used to joke around about a $400 hammer and things like that, $300 toilet seat, things the prices would cost for the government to spend on different stuff. We used to joke about that stuff, I think in the 90s, how ridiculous it was. Things like that. You need people in there to, figure out what's going on and fix it. I don't know. It's kind of, I think it's a lot of showmanship as well, though, going in there. What if they all have the same boss? The Illuminati. This is where I hope there is an Illuminati. I hope there is another level above that nobody really knows about, that's going to control everything and keep their well-being, make sure that their well-being is not going to be altered in any way. Like the betterment of the countries and stuff. I don't know. So that everything doesn't go in complete chaos and destroyed. I mean, the stock market's doing well. I think Bitcoin took a hit. A few other things like that in the financial sector have fluctuated. And, these people that invest in these companies and buy all this stock, they're still buying it. So maybe they know something we don't, like huge tax cuts coming their way. All the tax cuts for the rich, the 1% they say. But we're going to eliminate taxes on tips, and that's going to help the local guy out. I think Johnny's the guy for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. If anybody, it's you, Johnny. You got the armament and the knowledge. You're probably the guy that is part of that agency. Don't tell anybody. You flash all your guns just to try to trick us. I'm onto your game there, Johnny. I don't know. People like, I'm fortunate in many levels to be where I am and be able to do what I can do. And I don't take it for granted being here in the United States and be able to walk down the street to a grocery store full of food, and my lights are always working, my water's always clean and running. You know, it's just a shock. It's sticker shock. You know, going in there just getting rid of all kinds of people all the time. Sticker shock. It's like, what the hell are you doing? He campaigned for it, said he was going to clean house and all this other stuff. And they talked about Doge. It's not like they just pulled it out of their ass right at the last second and said, ta-da, look what we're going to do. Chicago gangster. I don't know, man. I'm just one little grain of sand. I'm not the one to know all things and make the big difference. But, Wesley knows too much. You guys, Wesley and Johnny, you two need to meet up one day. Johnny B's a gangster. Oh, let's see here. I haven't even done our poll. You guys haven't even questioned me about our poll today. What should our poll be today? I don't know. I got to think of something real quick. Let's see here. And we're going to get that option in there. Yeah, almost. There you go. There's your poll. Poll about food. Oh, I didn't do a poll about food. I did stuff. I should have done that for Sluraya. Stands for banana pepper. I didn't catch that part. Johnny B is for banana pepper. Hey, Robert. What you doing, Robert? Huh, Robert? Robert. Hey, buddy. Hey. Is it cold out here to you? Are you cold? So I'm not cold. I got a fur coat. I'm a happy guy. You support Kim Jong-un? No. Do not. Hey. What are you going to do? You going to play? You going to run around? He's like, pet me more. The Apache Tech helicopter is what the B stands for. I play this game. I mentioned it before, Hell Let Loose. And you have a commander that can drop supplies and different equipment throughout the game, provided you have the resources to do so. And there'll be times to request a tank at headquarters so they can drive it up into battle. And, I'll go in there and I'll say, I need an Apache helicopter, please. And I'm like, yeah, I wish we had that. It would make a big difference on this battlefield. But it's not happening. Till the bitter end. Kim Jong-un fights relentlessly for his people against all odds till the bitter end. I don't know if he's doing it for the betterment of his people or the betterment of himself.
Take care, buddy.
I'll have to argue with you on that one, Kim Yo-young. What are you chewing on my hand for? Don't chew on my hand. Yeah, like big salty butts. Hey, hey, he reminds me of the movie Dictator. And part of that movie is like he's trying to get a nuclear weapon, and his research scientist has this rocket, but it has a rounded top on the rocket, and he goes, "It should be more pointy. It's supposed to be more pointy and strike fear." It's like what I think when I think of Kim Jong Un and his rocket system. Time for a refill. You guys can watch. Robert's going to follow me to the door, so just stay with me for a second. I'm going to go in and get a refill, and I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, you're super happy today. Go, Robert, go! Go, go, go! Go, go, go! He's running. He wants me to chase him. I can't chase you, Robert. I'm not in good enough shape. Little rocket man. He's so crazy. Look at Robert. He's running around. You running around having a good time? Yeah. Yeah. He's like, I don't understand the camera. Oh, did I lose everybody? Everybody left me this morning? Can you have coffee, Slariah? It doesn't have anything in it but caffeine. I think you're only allowed to drink water. Am I right? Unless you have like a known medical condition, then you can have something else. You can't even drink water? Kendrick Lamar. Big bop, boop, bop, blam. We'll get Robert in the shot there. There he is. Don't want him to be left out. Yeah, I see those videos of the Kendrick Lamar thing. The big bop, boop, bop, bam, beep, bop, bop, beep, bop, shabop, bop. And what was the, who did the bop, shwap, shabop? He's really settled in. We went for our first walk down the street and back. He was very well behaved, stayed right beside me the whole time. He likes the yard, like I said, chasing the squirrels and stuff. He's really come around a lot now. I mean, he's not bowing his head, barely walking up to me. He runs up to me now, wanting pets and stuff. So, like I said, he's really come around. Hey, you're on camera, buddy. He put the wham in the ramalama ding dong. I think that's where Kendrick Lamar got his lyrics from. I think you're supposed to be able to drink water. I think you're allowed to drink water. You can't go all day during all daylight hours with absolutely no water or food. You got to be able to sip some water or something. Because I worked with a person who observed Ramadan, and she drank water. Now she wasn't guzzling it, trying to fill herself up with water, but she drank water. I don't know. I'm sure there are areas and situations where they're more strict on their rules for that, but I wouldn't know. I'm not an expert. And like I've always said, you can practice whatever religion you want as long as you do it peacefully. Man, this coffee's good today. It's that Jittery Joe's coffee I got from the coffee shop last week. The whole bean coffee. Whew. It's actually fun. All right. Well, here you go. Robert. Hey. Hey. There's kids watching, Robert. You need to fast for a month. One of the guys I used to work with at the post office, he quit like 6 months ago. He gained like 40 pounds. Said all he does is sit around the house. Watches TV. No, I don't put anything in my coffee. I just drink it straight black. I don't put anything in mine. I feel like I said, if you got a good coffee bean, you shouldn't need to add anything to it. Happy birds. Our incense is still burning. Soy milk and almond milk has always puzzled me. They just squeeze the juice out of it. I don't understand why that would make... I don't know. Just drink milk. Or use the powdered cream. Throw some chemicals in your coffee. Why are you wasting your time with that bean stuff? Oh, come on, stupid phone. Oh, the infamous movie King Kong premiered in New York City in 1933, where he's on the building and he's like swatting at airplanes and stuff. That black and white iconic film of King Kong on top of the Empire State Building, swatting at little biplanes flying by. It's the only scene. Or that when he's holding the woman, and she's screaming. All right, Ray, have a good one, man. Thanks for dropping in and saying hi. Oh, all right, Sloraya. I have some information. I have a quiz for Sloraya since she's in Morocco. We'll see if she can come up with this answer quickly or not. Morocco declared independence from France in what year? Come on, Soraya. When did Morocco declare its independence from France? Not according to this. Not according to this. She retracted her answer. Let's see, what did it say? Yep, 1956. You got it right, Sloraya. Your second try. 1956. And then Rhodesia got independence from Great Britain in 1970. And then CDs and compact discs came to the United States and Europe in 1983. Do any of you got remember seeing CDs, music CDs in the 80s? I don't remember seeing that stuff until like the late 90s. But it says here CDs and compact discs were first released in the United States and Europe in 1983. I mean, they probably were, but only like the elite people had them. Istanbul, how's it going? Good morning to you. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. We're just kind of chatting and hanging out. And a bunch of other places, some other stuff. Yeah, but anyway. That's a few little tidbits of things going on in this day in history. How's this been doing? You're going to separate from... You're going to... separate from the United States and start your own nation? called Westopia. And coffee beans. You'll have two forms of currency: Zaza and coffee beans. We're doing good. Robert's over there chewing on his little toy. It's a monkey with like rope arms and rope legs. He has completely destroyed that thing. He's literally ripping it to shreds. There he is. Just ripping it to shreds. He got distracted by the birds. Oh, and then I don't think Robert likes the birds because underneath the bird feeder, he pooped twice underneath the bird feeder. I scooped poop twice underneath the bird feeder. So he's like, I'll let you know how I think. Birds, you're chattering, chirping all the damn time. Look at him, just tearing that thing up. Get it, Robert? Arr, 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 arr. He's like, I'm minding my own business over here. Pink Zaza. Is that like GMO Zaza? Ice Princess is here. Hey, Ice. How's it going? Robert, show some restraint, man. Hey, hey. Like I do this all the time and nobody's watching. Well, I guess he's done now. No school today. Dinero. Nice to dinero. I missed that part of the chat. Oh, Robert De Niro. Nice to see De Niro. Yeah. He's really, like I said, it's amazing how fast he's come along. He literally just runs circles around me, super excited, jumping around. He's a really happy guy now. I gotta take him Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. I gotta take him in for a checkup. Bye, Princess. Thanks for stopping by. He sleeps inside the house with me at night. In the mornings, I leave him out here for a couple hours in the backyard, make sure he does his business and stuff, and he can play and get some fresh air. It was nice Friday and Saturday. I could leave the back door open. He'd come in and out as he pleased. That was fine by me. Yep, we're talking about you, man. He has... He still hasn't figured out that he doesn't have traction on the hardwood floor. So he gets to going and he goes through the door. He just slides across the floor. No, he's got his own little dog bed he sleeps in. He does not get my bed. He's got a little dog bed on the floor, and that's where he lays. And he's happy to do that. He doesn't try to get on my bed, which is good. I don't want him on my bed. But yeah, he has his own little memory foam mattress dog bed thing. Last night I was watching TV and he curled up in it. He's, like I said, he knows he's getting better at his boundaries. Do I want to learn Arabic? Nah, I tried when I was deployed to Iraq. I didn't care for it. I wouldn't have anybody to talk to in Arabic anyway around here. I'm in Georgia. The only useful second language to have around me would be Spanish. Any other language would be just a waste of time. You wouldn't run into anybody speaking it. I don't know of any stores or anything like that that would require me to know Arabic to go into here in the United States. Not in Georgia, anyway. Oh, yeah. Liz is pretty cool. She's pretty cool. She's on some kind of road trip right now. That's kind of cool. She'll get her hours up and she'll be there soon for the whole YouTube thing to take off and do. Yeah. Spanish is a sexy sounding language? I don't know about all that. I thought French was supposed to be the language of love or something like that. Not Spanish. Most of the Spanish are like, hey man, what you doing or something like this, you know? It doesn't sound romantic at all. I'll have to have Arabic if I come to Morocco. I don't even know if I'm going to leave the United States. I've been to different places around the world. It's pretty cool, but I think I'm just going to stay here. There's plenty of places here in the United States to visit. It's a pretty good sized country, and I haven't visited every state and all the different parks and sites to see. Anyway, so yeah. I don't know if I'll go. I'll just stay here in the United States. I was on my hammock yesterday. I got a brand new hammock. That thing is like freaking awesome too. I was like, why would I bother go camping somewhere? This backyard is just like camping, except I can go inside and use the toilet. Oh, I got everything right here. It's nice and quiet. I got nature all around me. Um, oh no, I got a wrench. Oh, when I got promoted. Okay, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be on there a whole lot though. I'm watching the birds on the bird feeder right now, the fighting over the different things as they normally do. Let's look at our poll. Anybody want? Oh, 70% of people say adopt before you shop. Let them run wild or not have any. Good. Adopt, don't shop. Have your pet spayed or neutered. As Bob Barker would say, come on down. At the end of every show. I wonder if Drew Carey, he's the new host of Price is Right, if he says that at the end. I think he does. I think he carried the tradition saying have your pet spayed or neutered. We have a cherry blossom in my front yard. It's on the property line, if you will. But it's got flowers all over it. Spring is here. We'll have some cool days, but yeah. Go check. I'll be right back. She's got a countdown timer. Are you getting a new puppy in 6 weeks? What kind of dog are you going to get, Wesley? That's nice. Getting a puppy. So it's like a teeny little puppy, little bitty guy, or gal, or whatever you're getting. And what do you know what kind? It's kind of like a Yorkie mix. Okay. So it'll stay a pretty small dog then. That's pretty cool. Not that having a big dog, he's not. I wouldn't consider Robert to be a large dog. I mean, he's good size. But I've seen dogs that are a lot bigger. You know, commonly bigger. It's as far as he's ranking against other dogs in the area. I don't think he's like huge. And he's real streamlined as well. Still got that new puppy smell. Only 1 day old. Oh, there was something else I was going to talk to you guys about that I had on there on the app. I don't recall. Let's see. Some stuff that happened yesterday. Blah, blah, blah. Dang. Rio de Janeiro was founded 1565 yesterday. Gonna get a Wesley Terrier. I think Wesley's already the biggest terrier in his home. Wesley himself is a terrier. Rio de Janeiro. I wonder that big statue of Jesus up there with his arms stretched out overlooking the city. I wonder how long it took them to build that thing. It's like their icon. It's like their Statue of Liberty type thing. Yeah, where is Terry? He's probably driving. I think he was headed into Nashville yesterday. Actually, Wesley, not Wesley. Ramesh had said something to him in the Discord about it, and he was headed to Nashville, Tennessee. He's a truck driver, if you guys don't know, and he was headed that way. The Supreme Court abolished capital punishment for juvenile offenders, ruling it's unconstitutional to send anyone to death for a crime committed while under the age of 18. So if you're going to do big crimes, not that I endorse this, make sure you do it before 18. In 2005. So before 2005, you could have gotten, yeah. Oh, man. There's all kinds of different stuff going on yesterday in this day in history. Something about Pink Floyd. Oh, yesterday. Yesterday was 53rd anniversary of Pink Floyd releasing The Dark Side of the Moon with the prism on the front of it. That was yesterday, 53 years ago. Kind of an iconic album. uh, huh. Some of the profits from the album were invested in the production of the Monty Python and the Holy Grail movies, which I found absolutely hilarious. In the 90s, listeners discovered that playing The Dark Side of the Moon alongside the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz produced moments of synchrony, same, whatever, and suggested that it was intentional. That the band said that this is utter hogwash. Hey, Sonny, good morning to you. So if you played along the 1939 version of The Wizard of Oz, I can't say the word synchronicity. I don't know. You know what I mean. Had a hidden message. What was the little thing hidden in the background? People claim to see somebody hanging, like somebody hung themselves in the background, one of those scenes in The Wizard of Oz. And you could see them through a curtain or something like that. When people are like really nitpicking these movies and trying to, say things they saw in the background or these hidden messages that were embedded in the movie and other movies too that nobody really realized because you couldn't really play back movies like you could in the 80s and 90s with VHSs and DVDs. You can go back and forth and kind of watch and pause right on the point. Especially DVDs, a lot better clarity. And then Johnny gives us a rendition of Hickory Dickory. Yeah, there you go. With a Glock. Good God. Only Johnny would come in like that with a gun reference. Don't eat it. Blech. I don't know. I find it entertaining. Could you hear him ripping it? I need to get one that doesn't have the stuffing in it. He doesn't eat the stuffing. He kind of spits it off to the side when he gets some in his mouth. I've been watching him. He just wants to tear it apart. He doesn't eat it. He just gets it. Oh, it's 8:50 in the morning here. Robert, he found the squeaker. He got the squeaker. We'll just sit here and watch Robert chew a toy. The house is sleeping quiet and you're awake. Yeah, it's nice and quiet here. None of the neighbors. One of my neighbors, a couple doors up, houses up, was banging on something for hours with a hammer. just sitting there. I don't know what the hell he was banging on or why, but he was constant for like a good hour or so. Yeah, he just sits there and he's just. They have toys that don't have the stuffing inside them, which is what I need to get him next time. For a couple of reasons. I don't want him eating it. Robert, don't eat it. It's not a real. It's not real food. Oh, Johnny's fine. Don't worry about him. Johnny doesn't have anything to worry about. You smell somebody cooking breakfast? You scroll through the Instagram feed and oh, your phone listens to you, Sloriah. So if you talk about food, it's going to bring food up in your feed of different things to see. So what you need to talk about is like desolate locations, deserted islands, and things like that that have nothing in them, or the desert, barren desert. These are the things you need to be talking about around your phone. So when it gives you suggestions and different stuff to do, it will relate that to the barren landscape, and you won't be focused on food and water. That's my suggestion, Sloriah. Free of charge. All those stupid truck drivers. Good thing Terry's not here to set you straight. He's wore out. He's just like, whew, man, that was a lot of work chewing that toy up. Still got his little paws on it, holding on to it. Not all truck drivers, just the ones around you, Johnny. What you doing? You tired already, buddy? I did find that hilarious when he pooped underneath the bird feeder. Not once, but twice. I can't catch you. I'm gonna crap on your food. I don't know. I just kept laughing about that. Terry's a pretty wise guy. He may be in a sleeper cab, sleeping. Although this would, if I was a truck driver, this would be the time of day I'd want to be on the road. There's not anybody else on the road. This would be the ideal time to be out there hitting the road and getting your mileage in. You know, hot shots in their F-350s, super trucks that never touch a dirt road. Like the people who own all the Jeeps and with the giant tires and all the trimmings of their Jeep Wranglers and so forth, and they never take them on a trail or off a paved road. With ramp trailers. Yeah, don't eat that. It's nasty. He's just uh hot shots are the pickup truck driver. Oh yeah. Okay. I know what you're talking about. That's the term hot shot where they're taking the stuff from. I got you. I'm following you now. But there are a lot of people who have those big trucks. They can't park them. They double park wherever they go. Um, they don't. They never. They're never muddy or loaded down with tools. It's super rare to see one of those trucks actually being used for its intended purpose. you know. You know what I wanted on my car or truck or whatever? I want the ability to get in front of somebody and make my exhaust smell like rotten eggs or something like that. They should incorporate a switch where it starts fumigating, not a fog. I don't want to blind them, but But to have some kind of stink spray or something that comes out the back of the vehicle as I'm driving in front of them, and it smells like skunk or rotten eggs or something like that. I think that'd be hilarious. How do we survive with our leader here in the United States? Um, well, we really don't have a choice. The people have spoken. He was voted in by the majority. We have to kind of just ride it out. I know, 4 years. He's rolling around on his kill now. I killed the monkey. Yeah, I killed it. It's mine. He's rolling around on that thing. He's having fun. Robert, what are you doing, man? I had a dog that would. I had a lab. Um, yeah, we survived Biden, so we'll survive Trump. That's the mindset right now. Oh gosh, and everybody pins everything on the president when they should take in consideration what Congress does too. I still think they need to have term limits. People in Congress should have term limits. It doesn't have to be 4 years, but it should not be 40 years. You know, been in Congress for 55 years. It's ridiculous. I guess you think about it, the um, the founding fathers, if you will, when they drafted all this stuff, they had a very limited population of people that could hold those type of positions in Congress. You know, it's not like they had this vast pool of resources to pull from that were educated in law and things like that. They could hold those positions and actually do a decent job. So I can understand at that time not having term limits. But I believe we have enough people in the country now that we can start rotating some of those people out. You know what I'm saying? And yes, they're voted in. True. I don't know. All right, Robert. Nobody wants to see you do that. It's only natural. You would do it if you could too. Daddy is home. What did you miss? Not much. Just Robert tearing up a toy and rolling around on the grass and me babbling nonsense. The usual. What did you guys think of my WTF news video about Mardi Gras? Oh, man. You coming back over here to say hi? You killed it? Did you kill the monkey? Man, killed the monkey. Hmm? Was that fun? Was that fun for you? He does not fetch. Good one. Yeah, there was some story about them wanting to ban the plastic beads in Mardi Gras because for environmental reasons, but also for other reasons too. It says it wreaks havoc on their sewer systems because they go down the drains, and the water treatment plants have to deal with all these plastic beads getting tied up in the equipment and stuff too. So there's other aspects of why they want to get rid of the plastic beads. Of all the places to get rid of something like that, though, you would think New York would do something. Of all places, New York would put something, some kind of law saying you couldn't do confetti on New Year's Eve. Have you seen the streets after New Year's Eve? Look up the videos of those things. But they get it cleaned up within hours. They've got it down to a science. Yeah. After New Year's Eve night, when everybody's out there in Times Square and they celebrate the ringing of the new year, And people just leave all their stuff behind. Nobody tries to take anything home or put it in a trash can. They just drop it wherever they are and walk away, and there's just piles and piles of all this stuff all over the streets in New York, and they clean it up within a couple hours. But that's a lot of waste too. And I'm sure that gets into the drainage systems as well in some way. But most of it's paper, confetti, and things like that. It's not like a string of beads that'll get tied up in a motor or something like that too. I don't know. Uh oh. Gonna get the squirrel? Gotta go get the squirrel. No? Cornfetti. Just throwing ears of corn out. Yeah, that'd be a slap in the face of all the world, the starving populations. Worry, throwing just handfuls of corn around and throwing food around to celebrate or stuff just to throw it all away and watch it get swept up and put in the dump. Well, all the rest of the food we throw away on a constant basis. Get the cornfetti out of the potty. Oh my gosh. But it's always Wesley and Johnny. You're making a bracelet. What kind of stuff are you using to make your bracelet? Remember the candy necklaces as a little kid? The candy necklaces you'd wear, and then they would but the candy would basically dissolve on your neck. It would just like it would make a huge mess. You couldn't give those away today. It's like, why would why would you have something like that? How is that a marketable item? But it was people having candy necklaces. I don't know. What's some other stupid stuff happening? Nope, there's a woodpecker. Prrr. What you looking at, bud? Hmm? It's so funny to watch him chase squirrels because he's not a real natural hunter. It's like he kind of looks at him and then just takes off, bolts right at him, and they all run away. Kind of discouraging. You're using beads. You're not using the beads for Mardi Gras, are you? So woodpeckers are nature's machine gun? Is that what you're saying? That's right. We got the best woodpeckers, the best birds. They drill holes, put them in trees. We got the best maple trees. Already discussed it. Man's got the good. Woodpeckers putting holes in them. It kind of aerates them, kind of like, golf course where they put the holes in the ground. What is it? What is it, Robert? Huh? What is it, Robert? Go lay down. Go play. Go eat your toy. Okay. Do you guys watch Saturday Night Live? They did their intro skit. It was pretty hilarious. They had Michael Myers playing Elon Musk. It was pretty funny. If you if you're familiar with SNL, Saturday Night Live, the intro monologue or whatever you want to call it, the skit was pretty good. It's all over the internet. You can see it on YouTube, whatnot. Um, they made fun of Trump saying he had all the playing cards. I've got all the cards. I got the reverse, the skip, draw two, Tarzan, Pokemon. Oh man, it was just funny. The whole skit was hilarious. Oh, I'm surprised they didn't bring a little kid in or something like that. But yeah, he replied to his email with a bunch of emojis. I did these 5 emojis the last week. These are the 5 emoji things that I did. And one of them be like the flame, the fire, or something like that. I burnt something. I typed this little typewriter, cup of coffee. What would be the 5 emojis that you would use if you received Elon Musk's letter of demand? Put those in the chat. What 5 emojis would you use? And we'll see who comes up with the best ones. Only emojis now. Only emojis. So put 5 in the chat right now. 5 things that you did last week in emoji format. See what people just laugh, 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 laugh. It should be 5 different things, Johnny. Johnny's just laughing to the bank all week long. With a big middle finger at the end. Oh, man. Johnny's the only one, and people still thinking about it. What 5 emojis would I use? I'd probably use the one where they're going, like that. I don't know. Love, laugh, cry, get pissed off. Johnny's changed his 5 things that he did last week. Nobody else has 5 emojis they can use? Didn't know there was going to be a pop quiz. Yeah. Just a bunch of skulls. An alien. You did some research about the aliens. Is that what you did last week? Nobody? Like I said, I would probably use the 5 emojis describing what I did last week. Probably include, like I said, the one with the hands up. I was like, I don't know. Oh, Wesley's got some creative ones there. He went full blown. Can of spam at the end. What the heck? Nobody's used my custom emojis. I thought they'd just use mine. There we go. There you go. Johnny B did it. Thank you, Johnny. Slay killed aliens. Yep. He pulled the squeaker out of the toy and he's like throwing it up in the air. You and your friends are actual aliens? Well, give us some technology and advance our society then. That's true. Only members can put those in. So yeah. I know, Johnny. You should become a member then for 99 cents. You too can become a member. Oh, me. What else can I do? Let's see if I can. It is the first of the month. Let's see if I can do what I want to do. Nope, we don't want to do that. Stop it. Nope, I can't give memberships away right now. It won't let me. Hey, demanded my attention. You didn't want me playing with his phone, did you? Soon I will. There was an option for me to, like, I think I have to do it on the computer. I can't do it on the phone. Oh well. Nobody else did anything. You're all fired. You didn't put 5 emojis up of what you did last week. You're fired. You're fired. Go ahead. Get out. Leave your stuff behind. We'll give it to the Salvation Army. Just kidding. Just kidding. We'll burn it. That's all we could talk about. We're good to go. Oh, there he is. The sun's starting to come out. Yay! I just love seeing him play. Because before he wasn't playing at all. And now he's like really, got comfortable. And he's playing now. Get it, Robert. Are you talking to me, buddy? Arr, get it. There you go. Arr. Sling it around, kill it. You can see where the birds pooped on my chair. That was nice. Thanks, birds. He's having fun. And then I got to clean up the mess afterwards. All the little foam and stuff. I think I'll take a trip down to the pet store and get him another toy more suitable for his chewing needs. He's protecting and attacking. Is that what he's doing? Right now he's just chewing on rope. Yep. 5 hours from now. Let's see, what time will that be here? Oh yeah. 2 o'clock here, huh? Okay. We'll put that in the Discord, in channel Discord. Celebrate you getting to eat something tonight. Sick balls, Robert. You come in. I don't know if I could teach him stuff like that. I've never trained a dog before, other than like make him sit and make him stay beside me while we walk down the street. He just wants to rip that thing apart. Look at him. Just rip it, dude. Hurr, hurr. You know what's hard to find though? Is like you can't get a bone from the butcher at the store anymore, like a ham bone or something like that, just to give him a natural, actual bone for him to chew on. We'll sit here and enjoy Robert's playtime. 6:28 p.m. for me. That's a very precise time there, Solariah. Is the food going to be sitting in front of you ready to go at 6:28, or are you going to have to start cooking at that time? Or be like me, just open up some junk food and eat it? If I had to fast all day long, I would probably just gorge myself at night until I got sick. And then I'd be able to survive the following day. I would find some workaround to have them to fast during Ramadan. Yep. What was that? Willy Wonka. He had that one candy that never lost its flavor or anything like that. Yeah, I would have one of those pieces. So you're observing Ramadan. Do you take the pilgrimage as well? A real patty melt last night, did you know? You didn't do a video cooking with Wesley? The everlasting gobsloppers. they never run out of flavor. Just, Nope. I don't know if I buy the part about no water though. Yeah, I think some of these people are out in the desert and it's blistering hot. How are you going to fast for 30 days and not drink any water during the day? He's tuckered out now. On rye bread even. Nice. I like sourdough bread. I haven't had that in a while either. How many squeakers are in that toy? He's already pulled like 3 out. Like every limb had a squeaker at the end of it. How will you pee? Wesley asks the burning questions. Well, how will you go to the bathroom? All right, I got to get another refill. I'm chugging this coffee. It's cold out here. I'll be right back. More coffee. You gonna follow me when I go? They're watching you on camera. some more coffee? Can you get some more coffee? Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. Ah, he's everywhere. Look at him go. Oh, please don't jump on me. Keep doing it. He did it again. He pooped underneath the bird feeder. Do you have a vendetta against the birds? Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, here you go. Yeah, hold on, please don't knock it down now. Come on. He did it again. Oh man, that's funny. We're gonna give Robert a treat since he likes to chew on things this morning. Here we go. Oh, go get it, buddy. That is a trachea tube. An actual trachea tube that has honey on it. And it's a chew. And he absolutely loves it. Sweetie likes these things a lot too. Give him one a day. I'm not giving it to him all the time. But let's see what he says. Let's go back. I'm trying to read everybody. Everybody started talking like crazy as soon as I left. She's not in the desert. We don't have Terry here. Yeah, don't get out of bed. Iced tea now. Yep. It was a bird that pooped. If a bird pooped that, it's a pterodactyl. So. Trachea tubes. Yeah. And they love them. You can hear it crunching. It's better for him to chew on that because it's actual some kind of body part, not some rawhide rolled up and baked with all that other stuff. It's not really good for them. Hear that crunch? That's for you, Solariah. He's eating. Oh. It's just a dog eating something. It's not like I would do something like that. Mm. Oh. It's junk food. I don't think anything counts as real food. Everything counts as real food. I know, right? Frosted blueberry Pop-Tarts. The only way to go. Johnny's like burger, nacho cheese. What about the winner chicken dinner? Are you wearing a mask, Sloraya? Because technically, if you inhale dust, would that be ingesting some type of food against your will? Winter chicken. Chicks for dinner, huh? Do they have a barcode on them, Johnny? You got winter chicken dinner. You got love, peace, and chicken grease. What's another one? It was dirty, but oh well. I don't know. Big mama chicks, huh? Oh, I think the QR code tattoo is a great idea. They should implement that. You'd have to have a really good tattoo artist to be able to tattoo a fully functional QR code on your body. The detail you'd have to have for that. It'd have to be precise or your phone wouldn't be able to scan it. You know? Is that good, Robert? Is that good, Robert? Yeah. The vegetable corn or the band corn? You keep my hands warm, Robert. You keep my hands warm with all your fur. My hands are cold. My hands are cold. Yeah. Yellow and black one. What is Corn? Corn is a alternative music band from the 90s. Freak on a Leash. That's a good song. Hey. I should do something like that for my name this song. Is it metal? I think it's an alternative band more than a metal band. I think they get listed as alternative music, which is technically a rock band, but right? I don't know. Would you consider Korn to be a metal band or an alternative band? You said metal. That's 2 votes metal then. They're metal. All right. All right. But if I listen to the alternative station on Sirius XM, they say it's just alternative music and grunge. Alternative and grunge. I would think it'd fall more into the grunge area than just straight metal. Let's see what Google has to say about that. We'll ask the all-knowing Google. Good morning, Gemini.
Good morning. What can I do for you today?
Is the band Korn considered a metal band or an alternative band?
That's a bit of a tricky question. Because while Korn is definitely a metal band, they also helped pioneer a whole new subgenre called nu metal, which has a pretty unique sound. You could also argue they fall under the broader category of alternative rock. So it just depends on how you want to classify them. Does that help? Or would you like me to play a song so you can hear what I mean?
Play a song.
Sure. Here's a classic Korn song called Freak on a Leash to give you an idea of their sound.
It's not playing.
All right, let's try this. What's your favorite Korn song?
Oh, it tried to play something, but that's good though that it didn't, because then my video would be copyrighted by YouTube. So yeah, there you go. Where's Sky? Hey Sky, how's it going? Good morning to you. So I stand corrected. They're considered a metal band, which is fine. I could be wrong too. I'm not opposed to being wrong. Ah. Yep. We learned something. I learned something new today. I guess it makes sense. Now he's trotting around with his toy. Look at him. He's making laps around the yard with it. That crazy dog. You had a band? That's right, you did have a band, Wesley. It was just rock. Yeah. Ah. That's a good question, Istanbul. Let's ask it and find out. How much wealth did Elon Musk get after Trump was elected?
I can't help with responses on elections and political figures right now. I'm trying to be as accurate as possible, but I can make mistakes sometimes. While I work
I
on
got a better
improving
way to
how I can discuss it.
Stop.
So
How-
to recap, I can't stream.
Yeah, I know you don't want blah blah blah. Got it. How much wealth has Elon Musk gained since November 6th?
I can't help with responses on elections. And
It was an
political
election
figures right now.
question.
Well, I would.
All right, all
So I
right.
can't.
All right, we'll do this again. How much richer has Mark Zuckerberg become since November?
Mark Zuckerberg's net worth fluctuates quite a bit, but according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, he's gained about $20 billion since November. He's currently the second richest person in the world.
How much money did Elon Musk make since November?
I can't help with that right now. I'm trying to be as accurate as
He
possible.
won't do it. It won't answer the question. It won't answer the question. Oh. Oh, okay. How much money was spent on Ukraine during Biden's administration?
I can't help with
It won't do
responses
anything.
on elections.
It won't do it. It won't do anything political. I have to be very specific on like dates and try to get it to answer the question that way. So he's in office in 2021, technically. How much money has been given to Ukraine since the war started?
It's hard to say exactly how much has been given to Ukraine in total, because there are different types of aid, like military equipment, humanitarian supplies, and direct financial support. Also, the numbers keep changing as more aid is announced. The U.S. alone has committed over $113 billion since the war started, and other countries have also contributed significant amounts.
113 billion. But if not to downplay that amount, it's still a small amount compared to what is spent by the United States on a yearly basis as well. Just saying. But yeah. Yeah, politicians are all in for cash. Was it Robin Williams said that politicians should wear jackets like NASCAR drivers with all their sponsors patches all over their uniforms? Yeah, 113 billion people. Yeah, I know. We spent, and while our people suffer, yet we want to cut resources that make the people suffer too. So the argument can be made either way, Johnny. When there's aid and different resources out there for people to help them. But some people would argue that we're giving them too much help. So, yeah, I know they sell arms and stuff like that. It's military aid. But that stuff's been going all the time, too. Right. Or Gaza. Make sure Gaza's good, too. Whatever. I don't want to get too political on here, though. That'll bring our conversation down. We're having a good morning. uh, Whatever it takes is a bad slogan. Yeah, I know. Yeah. We'll go on to something else. We'll keep talking about Robert and Pop Tarts. We'll just do that. Maybe we can have a political segment one day. But I've never really been good at arguing that type of stuff. So, I don't know. I feel like my opinion really doesn't make a difference. That's why I don't like talking about it. I don't know. It's Sky's coming for you, Johnny. She wants to know where you are. Sky's in Ohio, if I remember correctly. See? Oh, Ohio. Chicago. Nice and cold in Chicago. I respect you guys too. That's why I don't want us to focus on a topic that's going to divide us. We can just be friends and have good conversation about the weather or the pets or something silly on the news. Keep it lighthearted. Or eat things on camera in front of Solariah. That type of stuff. Oh, man. I can't just... I don't know. It's okay, Istanbul. You're good. You're good. I know it's a huge topic right now. Everybody in the world's talking about it. I get it. You're not hurting my feelings or nothing. I just don't want anybody to get upset, start getting mad, and start screaming on the chat or something. I don't think any of us will. My viewers, for the most part, have respect for each other, which is really cool. And one of the reasons I like coming on here and hanging out with you guys, because we respect each other really well. We don't judge, things like that. We get along and have lighthearted conversation. That's what makes this a lot better than some other stuff you see on the internet, We can ask it some other silly questions if you have any that you want to put out there. But the whole Gemini thing's pretty cool because it'll just talk to you like a person. And then there was this ad. What was it? My other dog is at the other house. So yeah, I got all things new right now. Yep. There was an ad for an AI machine, and the advertisement of the AI machine was that it can be your friend. It'll be there for you, and it'll talk to you like a friend, hang out with you on your phone. And some people, they were making fun of it on TV, talking about how people are having relationships with their phone and how much better it is because it'll never argue with you. It's always on time. It always has great advice. It won't cheat on you. All that kind of stuff like that. So, but it's just and then they mentioned this movie that came out like 2007, and I kind of remember it, where the guy's walking around and is like in a relationship with his phone. And they were making a mockery of it, how smartphones and all this stuff. But look at us today, we're so reliant on them about everything. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
That's a classic tongue twister, and the answer is as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck. If a woodchuck could chuck wood, I mean, we don't actually know if woodchucks can chuck wood, so there's no way to know for sure.
Oh, there you go, Johnny.
Hey, just for fun, want to try another one? How about she sells seashells by the seashore, but if she sells seashells by the seashore, then where does she get the seashells?
There you go. Why do they put cargo on a ship and shipment in a car?
That's a great question. It's really just a matter of how we use the words. Cargo usually refers to the stuff itself, like the boxes, the food, the furniture, whatever's being carried. Shipment is more about the whole process of moving that stuff from one place to another. So you could say a shipment is made up of cargo, and that shipment might travel by ship, by plane, by train, or even by car. Does that make sense?
You're too smart for me, Gemini.
Aw, shucks. I'm just trying to be helpful. But seriously, if you ever need help with anything, don't hesitate to ask.
Do you have a would you rather quiz for us today?
Sure thing. Here's a would you rather. Would you rather be able to fly or to be invisible?
We've already done that one.
All right, how about this one? Would you rather be able to talk to animals or travel through time?
I'd talk to animals.
All right, then how about this? Would you rather have a personal robot assistant that can do anything for you or have unlimited free food for the rest of your life?
I would take the robot.
All right, here's another one. Would you rather be able to read minds or be able to teleport anywhere in the world instantly?
Ooh, that's a good one.
All right, here's another one. Would you rather have the power to control the weather or to be able to communicate with people from any time period in history?
Control the weather.
All right, here's another one. Would you rather have endless amounts of money or be able to invent anything you can imagine?
Writing a true crime book. Is writing a true crime book a good way to get money?
Okay, so writing a true crime book could be a good way to make money, but it's definitely not a guaranteed path to riches. It takes a lot of research, writing skill, and there's no guarantee that your book will be a bestseller. If you're interested in that world, I could find some resources on how to get started writing a true crime book.
He's very positive. He's always got a solution or an answer for you, unless it's to deal with elections and politics. Then he will not take one side or the other. You can change the voice of him too. You can make it a woman or a man or some guy from Great Britain or whatever, funny accents and things like that. But yeah, you sit there and talk to it. It's Gemini. It's a Google AI app, Gemini. It's free, and you can just download it, and it'll just carry on the conversation with you. Yep. What's the furthest distance a person's ever jumped?
We're talking about the long jump. The current world record holder is Mike Powell of the United States. He jumped an incredible 8.95 meters, or about 29 feet,
Damn.
back in 1991. It's a record that's...
He jumped 29 feet? Holy mackerel. What was he running from? If he's going to jump 29 feet, what the hell was he running from? Holy crap. And it's free. Now you can get a plus version of it, which is supposed to have more features and more in-depth answers and things like that. Of course, there's some kind of monthly fee for that. But you can do the free version of it, and it'll talk to you about anything. Does Morocco have a national animal?
Yes, Morocco does have a national animal. It's the Barbary lion. These lions used to roam all over North Africa, but sadly, they're extinct in the wild now. There are some conservation programs trying to bring them back, though.
How far am I from Lubbock, Texas?
It looks like you're about 1,200 miles from Lubbock, Texas. Is there anything else you'd like to know about Lubbock?
What's the most popular thing about Lubbock?
Lubbock's really known for a few things. First off, it's home to Texas Tech University, so there's a real college town vibe there. It's also got a surprisingly big music scene, especially for country and rock. And finally, the surrounding area is great for wine tasting, with lots of local vineyards.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool place. Lubbock's also the birthplace of Buddy Holly, so if you like classic rock, there's that whole music history connection too.
What interesting information can you give me about Istanbul?
Istanbul's got a super interesting vibe. It's the only major city that's actually located on two continents, Europe and Asia. You can hop on a ferry and go from one continent to the other in minutes. Plus, the city was the capital of the Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, and the Ottoman Empire, so it's got layers and layers of history.
Well, that's just fancy.
Istanbul truly is something special. You can spend weeks there and still have plenty left to discover.
How far am I from Texas?
It looks like you're about 1,000 miles from the closest part of Texas. Driving there will take you around 15 or 16 hours.
No, thank you.
All right, sounds good.
Hey, we just keep on going Gemini if you want, guys.
All right, how about this? Let's play a game of Would You Rather.
What's the most famous hot sauce?
That's a tough one, since what's most famous can depend on where you are. But if we're talking about a worldwide audience, Tabasco sauce is probably one of the most recognized. It's been around forever. Do you have a favorite hot sauce?
How long has Tabasco existed?
Tabasco has been around for a really long time. The company was founded in 1868, so it's got a pretty rich history.
I don't know what else to ask it. If he's goated in the sauce? No, I'm not going to ask him that. Johnny, where do you come up with these questions, man? Okay. What is the most interesting Eastern Roman Empire?
That's a great question. The Eastern Roman Empire, also known as the Byzantine Empire, had a long and fascinating history. If you're looking for something with a lot of drama and big
Hey, Gemini.
personalities,
What's the most interesting Eastern Roman emperor?
that's a tough one, since interesting is subjective. Some people like emperors known for their military might, others for their political cunning, and some for their love of the arts. Let's look at a few. Justinian I. He had a massive building program, including the iconic Hagia Sophia, and tried to reconquer the Western Roman Empire. Basil II Bulgar Slayer. This guy was a serious military mastermind who doubled the size of the empire. Alexios I Komnenos. He faced some tough challenges from the Seljuk Turks, but he was also a great diplomat who saved the empire from collapse. Would you like to hear about another emperor? Or
No.
learn more about one of these? All right, how about this? Let's play a game of Would You Rather.
That would be Islam. It's the beginning of Ramadan was yesterday, or day before yesterday, or something like that. So Islam is the religion that's fasting at this time. There were some cities. There was a city in Great Britain, and they decorated the streets like they would decorate for Christmas, except they decorated for Ramadan, and people were freaking out about it. How night vision goggles work. How do night vision goggles work?
All right, so night vision goggles basically take any available light, even the tiniest bit, and amplify it so your eyes can see. They use something called an image intensifier tube to do this. It's kind of like a superpowered camera sensor that makes the most of whatever dim light is around. You want to hear about the different types of night vision goggles?
When was the first version of night vision goggles made?
The first night vision devices were developed by the Germans during World War II, but they were pretty bulky and not very practical. It wasn't until the 1960s that we started seeing night vision goggles that were actually useful on the battlefield.
Who made them in the 1960s first?
The U.S. Army was the first to use night vision goggles widely in the 1960s, specifically during the Vietnam War.
I didn't know that. What's the capital of Lithuania?
The capital of Lithuania is Vilnius. Would you like to know more about Vilnius, or should we move on to something else?
I did not know that the United States Army used night vision during Vietnam. I did not know that. That's wild. You guys want to see Robert? Here he is. He's walking up to me right now. Let me turn the camera back around. Hey, Robert. Say hi to everybody. You're enjoying the backyard and the cool air? Playing with his toy? Yeah. Oh, the time changes. It leaps. Good deal. Yeah. Starlight scope. The Starlight scope. In the 60s. Believe that? In the 60s, my man. People are saying hi to you on the camera. There, you see him here? No? There. He says, I just want your petting and loving. I don't care about a camera. He does this little whimpering thing. If I don't pet him, he'll do this little type thing, want me to pet him. Hey, Mary, how's it going? Good morning to you. I know it's early for you, Mary. I hope you have a good day today. I hope everybody has a good day today. Mary was having some difficulties yesterday. They stole the neighbor's squeaky toy. Yay! He destroyed his little dog toy and ripped the squeakers out of it, and then started playing with them around the yard. Didn't you? You gonna go play now? Okay. He just wanted to say hi. What are you doing? I'm here. You want a male dog to go camping and stuff? What will I do after the live? I got to make a trip back to Madison. So I got to drive today a little bit. I really don't have any other plans than that. I'll go to the pet store. Get a couple things for Robert. Get him another toy since he completely obliterated the one that he has. I thought about getting one of those. I know they have these little electronic toys for cats, and it's a little ball, and it's the size like a golf ball. You charge it up, and then it spins and runs around the room randomly, and the cats chase it. It has little lights on it and stuff like that. But they're supposed to have a bigger one for dogs. It's the size like a softball, and it could run around your yard and have the dog chase it and stuff like that. Yep. Do a pet store stream. Ring frisbee are good. Huh. Tennis ball. They say that you need to get the tennis ball that's intended for dogs because a regular tennis ball has too much fuzz on it, and they can get that in their system. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Ask him if you should buy a night vision goggle. He's going to give you some. Let's ask him. How much does a good set of night vision goggles cost?
The price of night vision goggles can vary a lot, depending on the quality and the technology they use. You can find some pretty basic. All right, what do you need them for?
How much does a set of night vision goggles cost?
All right, the price of night vision goggles depends on a few things. First, there's the generation of the goggles. Gen 1 is the oldest tech and the cheapest, while Gen 4 is the newest and priciest. Then there's the brand and features. Some have extra bells and whistles that drive up the price. You could get a basic pair of Gen 1 goggles for a few $100, maybe even less if you look around online. But if you want something top of the line, you could easily be looking at thousands of dollars.
I don't really have a need for night vision goggles that cost $4,000 or $5,000. I don't know what I would be using them for. I think having an infrared scope would be, infrared scope would be better. Something that detects like FLIR, that detects heat signatures. I think that would be better. uh, you're good for a few $100s? Yeah, you can get a cheap pair. Like they said, Generation 1 makes sense. And you can go on Amazon or something like that. And then Johnny wants the $5,000 version of of night vision goggles. Soraya can't have dogs or cats. Either she's got a phobia or somebody in her family's got a phobia of pets. So no pets for you, man. Thermal with night vision is a new fad. I would want thermal vision. I think that'd be better to see all the little heat signatures and stuff like that. And you see those in like not war films, but modern military tactics and things like that. And they show the infrared. Yeah, the heat signature stuff, they stand out like a beacon of light. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, they can go over 15,000 for night vision. That's insane. That's a lot of money. You got to have some disposable income for real if you're going to be buying $5,000 night vision. And how often are you going to use it? I mean, sure, it'll be great and fun the first week, but after you kind of look at everything, your neighbor's going to be going, "Why is he staring at me at night?" I mean, what else? What else are you going to use them for? You know? I don't know. Seems like a huge expense for a little reward. And I used them when I was in the service. I mean, they're really cool to look, check things out. Using the night vision goggles. He robs hotshot drivers at gunpoint. Nobody carries cash anymore. Well, everybody's like, that's why my video about Mardi Gras is about QR codes. Just scan it and then there you go. Robert is ready for the squirrels. Hey, Eric. Good morning to you, sir. It's a little early for you and Mary to be on here. Thanks for joining me, though. I've got a few minutes left. Then I'm going to go about my day. My day is going pretty good, actually. I'm on my third cup of coffee. The sun's starting to come out a little bit. Robert's been playing in the yard. It's been all right. Been all right. Make sure you double tap the screen, get that thumbs up going. Now, if you've never, there's a PetSmart pet store here in Athens. They're common in the United States. Petco, PetSmart, these type places. I go to the one they call PetSmart, and they got a good selection of stuff. Right now, it's cold. It's a little cool out here. What's the temperature right now? The temperature right now is 39 degrees outside. It's supposed to get up to, all the way up to 56 today. What? But partly cloudy. It's good. I had some weird dreams last night. I dreamt that it was pouring down rain outside in the backyard for some reason. And I kept looking through the window and all the water running down the window. I don't know why. That was why I was dreaming that. And then I kind of woke up and I was like, did I leave something in the yard that shouldn't get wet? Did I leave something out? And I was like, no, I didn't leave anything out. I was like, it's just a dream. Wake up. I'm just going to get some stuff for Robert. A couple of things. He's not very neat when he drinks his water in the house. So when he laps up his water out of the bowl, he gets water everywhere. I'm gonna get one of those little trays to put underneath his water bowl, try to catch some of that. I'll get him a couple of treats. I've got food, stuff like that. Just a couple of little things for him. A new chew toy of some kind. You know, that type of thing. Yeah, dreams are kind of weird. But it's just bizarre that I was dreaming that for some reason. It seems so real, too. It's one of those creepy dreams that you thought, am I really dreaming? I'm like you, Wesley. I have these weird dreams and then I just don't remember them that much. Minutes after I wake up, I've already forgotten them. Johnny is hung up on this night vision. There's so much affordable now. For the low price of $14,000. For the price of a used car, you can get a pair of night vision goggles and run around and stare at stuff. Oh, man. I don't know. Priorities, right? For the low price of $14,000. That's right. It's slashing prices from $46,000 to $14,000. Get yours today. I'm gonna answer that, Dylan, with the help of Gemini. What holiday is it in the Netherlands?
There aren't any national holidays in the Netherlands right now. The last one was New Year's Day, which was back on January 1st. Would you like to know about any upcoming holidays?
Is there a thing called Carnival in the Netherlands?
Yes, there definitely is a carnival in the Netherlands. They call it Carnival there, and it's a huge deal, especially in the southern parts of the country. People dress up in crazy costumes. There are parades and parties everywhere, and everyone has a great time. Carnival actually started just a few... Sure thing.
It hears everything else and it's messing it up. So he wants to eat the squirrel. He'll never catch those squirrels though, because his tactics are way off. I mean, he's 30 feet away and he starts charging full force at the tree, and the squirrels are long gone by the time he gets there. Today is Texas Independence Day. We can test that too. When is Independence Day for Texas?
Texas Independence Day is actually today, March 2nd. They celebrate the day they declared independence from Mexico back in 1836.
So Carnival in the Netherlands is like Mardi Gras here in the States. Is it related to Lent, the 40 days before Easter? Is it related to that? Because that's what Mardi Gras is. Because you have Ash Wednesday, and you have what's called Fat Tuesday, and blah, blah, blah. Do you celebrate eliminating slavery in the U.S.? We do have recognition for that. We actually have a holiday that President Biden made official called Juneteenth, which is June 19th. So yeah, we do have something like that. Don't have a backstory for Carnival at all. Just like, we're doing it. Doesn't matter. Everybody get dressed up. We're going to freak out and have a great time. Woo! What's the meaning behind it? I don't know. It just sounds fun. Juneteenth. I know that is a weird name for it. I don't know. But that's what they call it. They call it Juneteenth. Am I right in saying that? What's the holiday in June that celebrates the end of slavery?
Juneteenth is the holiday that celebrates the end of slavery in the United States. It's on June 19th.
See? Juneteenth. 3 days of weekend drinking and have a day off at Monday. See, look, your people have it right. If you're gonna have a binge like that, you need to have the following day off to recover. You need to be able to recuperate. But I haven't heard of Carnival before. That's really cool. Thanks for sharing that with us, Dylan's. Thanks for sharing that with us. If you're new to the channel, Dylan, thank you for joining us. I'm about to sign off for the day. I only do a couple hours on Sunday. But I'm on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you like the channel and set up alerts, you should get notifications for that as well. And you can join us throughout the week as we sip on a cup of coffee and talk about random stuff. So I'm about to get off of here and go ahead and enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Like, share, subscribe, and all the other good stuff. Check out some other videos. If you're new to the channel, you might have a good time and be entertained. We have a Discord for the channel as well. If you want to stay connected with everybody in the chat, that's in the description of the video as well. Robert says bye. Let's get a check on Robert real quick. Robert. And Robert says bye. Oh, you guys have a great day. I hope it's nice wherever you are. Don't forget, compliment a stranger. You might make somebody smile. And I'll check you guys next time. Bye. Say bye, Robert.